రామకృష్ణ మఠం హైదరాబాద్ వారి సౌజన్యంతో ఈ కార్యక్రమాలని నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. ఇక ప్రతి ఎపిసోడ్లోని మీకు ఏ విషయాలు ఉంటాయి, ఏం అంశాలు ఉంటాయన్న విషయం గురించి చెప్పడానికి నేను ఈరోజు మీ దగ్గరకు వచ్చాను. ప్రతి ఎపిసోడ్ని కూడాను మేము కొన్ని సెగ్మెంట్స్గా డివైడ్ చేసుకున్నాం. ఆ సెగ్మెంట్స్ గురించి మీకు చెప్పబోతున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పబోయేటువంటి ఈ సెగ్మెంట్స్ ఇదే ఆర్డర్లో వస్తాయని రూల్ లేదు, కానీ ఈ సెగ్మెంట్స్ మాత్రం మీకు ఉంటాయి. ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి? కాన్వర్జేషన్స్, స్టోరీ నరేషన్. నెక్స్ట్ సెగ్మెంట్లో వచ్చేసరికి థర్డ్ సెగ్మెంట్లో ఇన్స్పిరేషనల్ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ గ్రేట్ పర్సనాలిటీస్, ఒక ప్యారబుల్ ఆర్ అన్ అనెక్డోట్, గ్రామర్ అండ్ ఒక కోట్. సో ఇలాగ ఒక 5 సెగ్మెంట్లు అనుకోండి సుమారుగా. ఈ సెగ్మెంట్ల గురించి కొంచెం వివరాలు ఇస్తాను మీకు. ఇప్పుడు ఉదాహరణకి నేను చెప్పిన ఆర్డర్లోనే వెళ్తాను. కాన్వర్జేషన్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఓ ఇద్దరు వ్యక్తులు సంభాషిస్తూ ఉంటారు, మాట్లాడుకుంటూ ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు అందులో ఉన్నటువంటి ఇంగ్లీష్ లాంగ్వేజ్ని, వారు యూజ్ చేస్తున్న ఫ్రేజెస్ ఆర్ వర్డ్స్, ఆ పదాలు, వాటి యొక్క స్ట్రక్చర్స్, వాటన్నిటిని కూడా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. స్టోరీ నరేషన్, ఒక కథని మీకు చెప్తున్నప్పుడు కథ మీకు స్క్రీన్ మీద కనిపిస్తుంది. అది చూస్తూ ఆ స్పెల్లింగ్ని, ఆ ప్రొనౌన్సియేషన్స్ని, మళ్ళీ వన్స్ అగైన్ ఆ గ్రామర్ని అవి అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. ఇదే కాకుండా మీకు ఇన్స్పిరేషనల్ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ కానీ, అంటే ఈ గొప్ప వ్యక్తుల యొక్క జీవితంలో జరిగినటువంటి స్ఫూర్తిదాయకమైనటువంటి విషయాల్ని కానీ, లేకపోతే ఒక ప్యారబుల్, ఒక అనెక్డోట్ అంటే చిన్న చిన్న కథల్ని కానీ చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఇక్కడ కూడా మీరు చేయవలసింది ఏంటి? ఆ చెప్తున్నటువంటి విషయాల్లో భాషని మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేయడమే, ఇంగ్లీష్ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేయడం, ఆ యొక్క పదాలు, వాటి యొక్క గ్రామర్ అదంతా కూడా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయడం. ఇదే కాకుండా గ్రామర్ సెగ్మెంట్ వచ్చేసరికి మీకు ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్ని నేర్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్లో కూడాను ప్రతి ఎపిసోడ్లోని ఒకటే పాయింట్ చెప్పేయడం అని కాకుండా అది బహుశా 2-3 ఎపిసోడ్లో కూడా వెళ్ళొచ్చు. ఆ గ్రామర్ పాయింట్ యొక్క పూర్తి ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్, కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్, దాని యూసేజ్ అండ్ ఈవెన్ ఎక్సర్సైజెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఎక్సర్సైజెస్ ఒక్కొక్కప్పుడు అదే ఎపిసోడ్లో ఉండొచ్చు, లేకపోతే కొన్ని హోంవర్క్గా ఇచ్చి నెక్స్ట్ ఎపిసోడ్లో కూడా డిస్కస్ చేస్తూ ఉండొచ్చు. ఇక ఇంకొక సెగ్మెంట్ వచ్చేసి ఒక కోట్ చూపిస్తాం మీకు స్క్రీన్ మీద. సో ఆ కోట్ని మీరు ఏమిటి, అందులో చెప్పిన విషయం ఏమిటి అనేది ఆలోచించండి. ఆ విషయాలన్నింటినీ కూడాను మీ జీవితంలో ఏ విధంగా వాటిని అకలింపు చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఏ విధంగా వాటిని తీసుకోవచ్చు అనే విషయాన్ని తీసుకుని మీరు భాష నేర్చుకుంటూ ఉండాలి. సో ఈ ఇంగ్లీష్ భాష నేర్చుకోవడం, భాష అనేసరికి అది అన్ని రకాల సమ్మేళనంగా ఉంటుంది. అందుకోసం అని చెప్పేసి మీకు మేము ప్రతి ఎపిసోడ్ని కూడా ఈ విధంగా మేము డిజైన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. అంటే కేవలం ఒక క్లాస్లో ఏదో జరుగుతున్నటువంటి ఒక గ్రామర్ పాఠంగా కాకుండా మీకు ఈ 4-5 రకాలుగా దీన్ని మీకు నేర్పడానికి మేము ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ విధంగా మీరు ఇంగ్లీష్ని సులభంగా చక్కగా నేర్చుకోగలరని చెప్పి ఆశిస్తున్నాం. మరి ఇవాళ ఎపిసోడ్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోదామా?
Hello everyone, good day to you all. Now let us learn some grammar concepts and learn how to build English sentences through it.
Hi students, today I want to share my daily routine with you. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I go for a walk for half an hour, I come home, then after I come home, I prepare food, then I get ready and I come to institute, I take class from 7:30 to 12:30, I go home, then I prepare rice, I have my lunch, I relax for some time. This is my daily routine. And what about your daily routine? What do you do from morning to evening?
I am wake up 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I am fresh up. Then I go to prepare my breakfast.
Okay,
and
fine.
lunch.
Yeah.
I am ready to go to my office.
Okay. So Pooja, what do you do on Sundays?
Sundays.
Generally, how do you spend your Sunday? What do you do on Sunday?
If I get a free time, I will spend with my friends.
You spend with your friends. How do you spend? What do you do?
We'll go for a movie, or else we went for relatives' house.
Related to college, you
Yeah.
talk to your friends.
Yes.
Okay. So next, so do you go out? Do you go for movies or do you go to parks?
Yes, ma'am. I will go for movies.
You will go for movies. Okay. So Madhavi, what about you?
On Sundays, madam.
On Sundays, what do you do?
Regularly, I wake up at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And then I read newspaper. After that, I have my breakfast.
Right.
After that, I take my bath.
Okay.
Then I pray to God. I will watch TV.
Okay.
I take some rest. And I'll meet some of my friends.
You will meet some of your friends and all. Okay. So Hariprasad, what are your hobbies?
Madam, my hobbies are regularly reading newspaper,
Okay.
and also I will read some books.
What type of books do you read?
What type of books means mostly I will read some motivation books,
Motivation books. Okay, fine.
and also Bhagavad Gita, ma'am.
Bhagavad Gita. Every day do you read Bhagavad Gita?
Oh, yes, ma'am. 30 minutes regularly.
30 minutes. Regularly you read Bhagavad Gita for 30 minutes. Okay, that's fine. So Radhakrishna, what do you do in your office? What are your responsibilities?
Actually, I attend the meeting every day.
Every day do you have meetings?
Yeah, every day I have
Okay.
that stand-up meeting, that is the status meeting,
Okay.
and I develop the code. I will share with my ideas with my colleagues,
Okay.
and I go to lunch with my colleagues, and
Where do you take lunch?
in a canteen, in
Okay.
our office canteen only.
Right.
I go to tea break with my colleagues.
Okay.
Usually, we have meetings with other teams also.
So regularly you
Not regularly, weekly once.
weekly once you have meetings. Okay. Okay. So that's fine. So okay. So now I have asked you to talk about your daily routine. So what do you do from morning to evening, and at the same time, what do you do on Sundays, and what are your hobbies and all. So whenever we talk about our daily routine, so how do we have to say about our daily routine? Which tense is used? So we are going to discuss today. So what tense is used and for daily routine, and not only for daily routine, to talk about your hobbies also. So how do we have to express our hobbies? So we are going to concentrate on that area today. So I think you all know that on verbs we have 3 forms. What are they?
V1,
V1, V2,
V1,
V2, V3.
V1, V2 and V3. Okay, so can you give me some examples for V1s? V1, because you also know that, what do you mean by V1?
Simple.
It's action.
No, that action, okay, is that a present form of the verb or past form? Okay, so V1 means nothing but present form of the verb. So today, to talk about our daily routine, we need all V1 forms. Can you give me some examples for V1s?
go,
Right.
Okay, go,
right,
write,
speak,
speak, eat,
take,
take,
drive,
drink, drive,
come,
yeah, come, write,
teach,
teach,
Read.
yeah, read. Okay, so fine. These are a few V1 forms and all. So you must have understood by now. Today our topic is we are going to discuss simple present tense. Where do we make use of simple present tense? So for our simple present tense, we need all V1 forms. We make use of V1 forms in simple present tense and all. Where do we make use of? Just before that, I have asked you to talk about your daily routine and what do you do on Sundays and about your hobbies. Okay, so and I asked Radhakrishna, okay, what does he do in his office every day? So as soon as he goes to office, then what does he do? Okay, he talk to his colleagues and they have meeting every day. So he has told all those things. So in all these places, we make use of V1 forms. So when I asked Uma, she has told that, okay, so I am wake up. Usually in this context, so first let me tell you where do we make use of this simple present tense. It is used for daily routine, So whenever we talk about a daily routine, usually the common mistake what students usually make is I plus am plus wake up. They make use of this. Okay, but this is the mistake. Usually you are not supposed to make use of am wake up. It is only I wake up. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning or at 5 o'clock in the morning and all. So here the structure is for daily routine with I, we, you and they, we make use of V1 forms. Generally with I, we, you and they, we make use of V1 forms. Don't add any words in between. So no extra words in between and all. After I, you have to make use of the verb directly. So what is the correct one now?
I wake up.
I wake up. Okay, so talk about your daily routine. Give some sentences about your daily routine. I wake up at whatever it may be the time and all, 6 o'clock. Then
I wakes up
I wakes up, okay, so S form is used with he, she and it. Okay, so but only V1 form is used with I, we, you and they, we make use of V1. S form comes whenever it comes to the with he, she and it, we add S form and ES form. That we will discuss later. So now you talk about, you give sentences about your daily routine. What do you do?
I eat breakfast at 7 o'clock every morning.
Okay, I eat breakfast at 7 o'clock every morning. Okay, so fine. I eat breakfast at 7. Okay,
I go to jogging at 7 o'clock, 7 a.m.
I go for jogging. Next,
I drink milk every day.
I drink milk every day. So, do you drink plain milk or do you mix anything in the milk? Boost or Horlicks?
Plain milk.
Plain milk only. You don't have the habit of adding something. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so next, you take black tea. Okay. What are the advantages of taking black tea?
Weight loss.
Weight loss, okay.
Body
Reduces
also
stomach.
Energetic. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so next, what is that?
Reduces stomach, I think.
Reduces the, okay, belly. Okay, so stomach. Okay, so fine. That's what, weight loss. Okay, so I take black tea. Next.
I read newspaper at 7:30.
Okay, so I read newspaper. Every time it's not important to talk about the time and all. Okay, I read newspaper. Which newspaper do you read?
Hindu newspaper.
Okay, so you read the Hindu paper. And whenever you get the Hindu paper and all, usually we have the habit of looking at headlines or maybe looking at some particular column and all. So what are your interested area? At what column do you look at?
I look at last page of puzzles.
Okay, you are interested in solving puzzles and all. Okay. So when do you have time to solve puzzles? Usually when do you solve puzzles?
At night time.
At night time. Usually you are free at night and at night time you solve puzzles in the Hindu paper. Okay, so fine. So now I have put it on the board like all that talking about our daily routine. So we'll underline the verbs now. Wake up, I eat breakfast, I go for jogging, I drink milk, I take black tea, I read newspaper. Okay, so see that one in all the sentences, the verb is V1 form we have used. So for our daily routine, we have to make use of V1 forms. Okay, so ante simple present tense only daily routine ke use chestama ante it's not only used for daily routine, it is also used for something else. Now we will discuss those. So it is used for daily routine, it is also used for repeated actions. For repeated actions we make use of simple present tense and it is used for hobbies and habits. So under this repeated actions, so we can say that one talking something about the actions whatever we do every week, every month, every year, every festival days and all. Every day also. Every day is nothing but again it refers to daily routine. Okay, so these are repeated actions and all that one. For repeated actions like you can say every week, every month, every year, every festival days, and usually with this tense we make use of some of the words. Generally comes like these are called adverbs. Usually, always, generally, regularly, often, daily, sometimes. So all these are repeated actions and all. Like you can say that one, I usually come to institute on my two-wheeler. I usually come to institute on my two-wheeler. But sometimes whenever it rains and all, okay, I come to institute in my car. When it rains, I come to institute in my car. Okay, so that is, but I usually come on my two-wheeler. Okay, so as soon as I come to class, I always start with taking attendance. I always take attendance, and after that I start the class. Okay, so always is used. In the same way, generally, regularly, often, daily, sometimes, these words are also used in this simple present tense. Can you come up with some examples for the repeated actions? Like what do you do every week, or what do you do every month, or what do you do every year and all that one? Can you come up with some examples?
Every week I go to temple,
Okay, which temple do you go?
Hanuman temple.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so make a sentence, make a complete sentence with that. I go to.
I go to every week Hanuman temple.
Okay, I go to Hanuman temple every week. Do you go to Hanuman temple on the Tuesdays?
Saturday.
Okay, so I go to Hanuman temple on Saturdays. I go to Hanuman temple on Saturdays. Okay, so that's fine. Every month, what do you do?
I go to bank every month.
Okay, that's good. I go to bank every month. Okay. What do you do going to bank?
Withdrawal money.
Okay, so make a sentence with that.
I fill the form, withdrawal form,
Okay, good. I fill withdrawal form.
and I'll receive cash.
Okay. So usually, so what she has told, okay, so she goes to bank every month and she fills the withdrawal form first. So whenever we talk about the procedure, she goes to bank, first she asks for withdrawal form, she fills the form and she gives the form in the counter, she takes token. Okay, so in all these things, talking about the procedures also, we can make use of the V1 forms and all. V1 form is used for that. Okay, so next every month, okay, so I go to bank every month and all. And talking about every year,
I celebrate
I
my
go
birthday.
to Tirumala every year
I go to Tirumala every year. Usually with whom do you go?
with my family
Okay, with your family. Okay, so how do you go?
by bus.
Answer in complete sentence.
I go to Tirumala with my family every year by bus.
That's good. Okay, so where are you from? What's your native place?
I am from Chittoor district, ma'am.
You are from Chittoor, near to Tirupati and all. Okay, so I go to Tirupati by bus. I go to Tirupati every year, okay, by bus. Okay, so that's fine. And every festival days, like how do you celebrate your birthday? So the way, talking about our habit, what do you do on birthdays, on your birthdays?
Usually I go to temple.
Okay, that's good. I usually go to temple on my birthday. Okay, so Pooja?
I go to temple and after that I will meet my friends
Okay.
and then we will go to orphanage. We will celebrate my birthday with
Okay, so
orphan
fine.
peoples.
Okay, so when I asked Pooja what has she answered is, okay, so I will meet my friends. What is the third sentence?
I will meet my friends.
Next, third one.
Then I will go to orphan.
Orphanage. Okay. So what she has answered is, I will meet my friends. I'll go to orphanage. My question is, okay, how do you celebrate your birthday? I'm not asking about the last birthday. అంటే అంతకుముందు మీరు బర్త్డే ఎలా సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకున్నారని అడగట్లేదు, లేకపోతే కమింగ్ బర్త్డే ఎలా సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకుంటారని కాదు. జనరల్గా మీ బర్త్డే రోజు మీరు ఏం చేస్తారు? సో దానికి ఏంటంటే వాట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఈజ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ V1 ఫార్మ్స్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ ఓన్లీ V1. సో దిస్ యూ ఆర్ నాట్ సపోజ్ టు యూస్.
సో ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చేసి నెక్స్ట్ బర్త్డే కాదు,
నెక్స్ట్ బర్త్డేకి. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే విల్ మీట్ అంటే యూ ఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ యువర్ ద కమింగ్ బర్త్డే.
Okay.
బర్త్డేకి
ప్రతి బర్త్డే ఎలా సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకుంటారు అని. సో ప్రతి బర్త్డే ఎలా సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకుంటారు అని చెప్పడానికి అక్కడ మీరు V1 ఫార్మ్స్ యూజ్ చేసి చెప్పాలి. సో ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే ఇది చాలా కామన్ మిస్టేక్. బికాస్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ విత్ దిస్ ఐ విల్ మీట్ మై ఫ్రెండ్స్ అండ్ ఐ మీట్ మై ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఇఫ్ యూ ట్రాన్స్లేట్ దీస్ 2 సెంటెన్సెస్, నేను రోజు మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ని కలుస్తాను, లేదు రేపు మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ని కలుస్తాను, రెండిటికి కలుస్తాను అనే అర్థమే వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి సో జనరల్గా మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ దే ట్రై టు లెర్న్ లాంగ్వేజ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ మదర్ టంగ్ బై ట్రాన్స్లేటింగ్. సో ఆ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ వర్షన్ ప్రతిసారి ఇంగ్లీష్లో అంటే ఒక లాంగ్వేజ్ నుంచి ఇంకో లాంగ్వేజ్ నేర్చుకునేటప్పుడు అది ప్రతిసారి సూట్ అవ్వదు. సో అందుకే ఇక్కడ సో విల్ గో కాకుండా సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ ఐ మీట్ మై ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆన్ మై బర్త్డే, ఐ గో టు ఆర్ఫనేజ్, ఐ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ ఫ్రూట్స్, I distribute chocolates or sweets or something that one. So you have to make use of V1 form here. So it's not I will meet and then you can say that one I meet my friends. And here also it is I go to orphanage on my birthday. So clear? So simple future వాడకుండా విల్ యూజ్ చేస్తే సింపుల్ ఫ్యూచర్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి సింపుల్ ఫ్యూచర్ కాకుండా అక్కడ మీరు V1 ఫామ్ యూజ్ చేసి చెప్పాలి. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ ఓకే. సో ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ హీ హ్యాస్ టోల్డ్. సో ఇన్ జనరల్ లైక్ హౌ డూ యూ సెలబ్రేట్ ఫెస్టివల్స్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ మే బీ, దసరా, దీవాలి, వినాయక చవితి, వాట్ డూ యూ డూ ఆన్ యువర్ ఫెస్టివల్ డే?
we wake up early.
Okay, that's fine. We wake up early on festival days. Usually, okay, so on normal days if we wake up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock also. But on festival day, usually we wake up early. Next.
Complete our morning chores.
Yeah, we complete our morning chores.
After that we go to temple.
We go to temple and we wash our hair also. Don't we wash our hair on festival day? Usually we do that. And we decorate our houses with mango leaves or flowers. Okay, so next.
న్యూ డ్రెస్
Yeah, exactly. We wear new dress on festival day. And it depends on that one. It depends on festival to festival. It is different and all that one. Okay, so what do we do? So for Vinayaka Chaviti, we bring Vinayaka idol and we perform puja and we read that Vinayaka story. That means the kada. So and for Diwali, we decorate our houses with
Flowers or mango.
okay, so mango leaves and flowers, and we also decorate our houses with lamps. Okay, so next.
We invite our friends and relatives.
We invite our friends, we wish them, we greet them. Okay, and these days, okay, most of us are using mobile phones. So we send messages to our friends on festival days, don't we?
Yes, ma'am.
We send messages and all, we receive so many messages. So in all this, okay, so we make use of this, that means making use of V1 forms we use.
Madam, can I say we do Jagaram in every Shivaratri?
Okay, we keep ourselves awake for every Shivaratri and we fast on Shivaratri day.
Okay.
Okay, we fast on Shivaratri day and all. So that's what I have told you now. So talking about how do we celebrate our festivals and all. So there also we can make use of V1 forms. Like you can say, talking about if you take the example of Muslims. Muslims fast in Ramzan month. They fast in Ramzan month. We are not talking about the last Ramzan month ani kaadu. We are not talking about the Ramzan which is going to come next okay, so next month or something. We are talking about every year. So Muslims fast in Ramzan month. We decorate our houses with lamps on Diwali day. And we perform Lakshmi Puja on Diwali day. And what else do we do? We perform Lakshmi Puja.
We do fast.
Okay, we fast on Diwali day. Okay, so fine.
9 days fast.
9 days fast. Okay, Navaratri, usually people fast. And businessmen perform Lakshmi Puja and they start new accounts. So like whatever the actions which happen at regular intervals and all that one, so we can make use of V1 forms there. So V1 forms can be used. So where can we make use of we and where can we make use of they? Give some examples with we and they. Because you is generally used in the question forms. Usually we don't point out. You go for a walk, okay, like a suggestion we can say, like a kind of order we can say that one. You go for a walk, you open your books, you write down some points and all that one as a kind of order we can say. Okay, so give some examples with we and they.
ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇప్పుడే ఒకటి చెప్పాను కదా మేడం, వీడు జాగారం ఎవ్రీ శివరాత్రి.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so most of the people fast on Shivaratri day and they do Jagaram on Shivaratri day and all. Okay, so fine. So do you eat fruits on Shivaratri day?
Yes ma'am, but after fasting.
After fasting in the sense next day morning do you eat?
No ma'am, I do jagaram from morning to evening. Morning to evening.
Jagaram usually people do at night time.
ఫాస్టింగ్ మాత్రం పొద్దు నుంచి సాయంత్రం దాకా మేడం, జాగారం నైట్ చేస్తాం.
That's what I'm saying. So I fast from morning to evening, okay, and I keep myself awake. That means I do Jagaram at night time. Okay, so fruits do you eat in the evening or do you eat in the afternoon also?
ఈవినింగ్ మేడం, ఓన్లీ.
Okay, so he eats fruit in the evening. Okay, that's fine. And we and they. So always whenever we talk to the people in our spoken English, whenever we talk to the people in language and all, we don't make use of we and they, we don't say. So whenever we say we, it depends on the situation. If I say that one, because usually weekdays we work and Sunday we are free. We go out on Sundays. Here we are, who are we here?
We in the sense our friends maybe.
Okay, so it depends on friends or members of the family. So I'm talking about my members of the family. So we go out on Sundays. Or sometimes we meet our relatives on Sundays. So that is talking about, okay, we means I am also included. That means personally you are included and you are talking about either about your friends or you are talking about your members of the family. Then coming to they.
We prepare food, different items.
Yeah, we prepare special dishes, we prepare different items and all that one. Okay, occasionally. Right. And who are they?
They means also same ma'am.
You are not included in that. You are talking about the other people. Yes. So third person and all. If I want to say something about my children. Okay, so my children go to college at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I am talking about the plural form. So my children are nothing but it's a plural form. So this we can substitute with the they. They go to college. They go to college by bus.
And can we use children's?
We cannot use children's and all that one because children itself is the plural one. Child, children. So we cannot make use of children. So this is also a common mistake. So I'm talking about my children we can substitute with they. And we say that one, okay, so my parents live in my native place. So with which pronoun can we substitute this one? My parents. My parents is nothing but they. That's good. Okay. At the same time, politicians promise. Politicians make many promises. Politicians make many promises before the elections. They come to public and they make many promises before elections. Okay, so have you understood? So this simple present tense is used for daily routine and it is also used for repeated actions, and we make use of this for hobbies and habits. So whenever we talk about our hobbies and habits, talking about our hobbies, so like I solve puzzles in my free time. Okay, I collect stamps. I read storybooks in my free time. So these come under hobbies, and habit is which you do it regularly, which you have the habit of doing it regularly. So that is talking something about like I take 2 glasses of water in the morning. After I brush my teeth, I take 2 glasses of water. That is as a habit. Yeah, I go for jogging, I go for a walk in the morning, and all these come under habits. So ivanni simple present tense lo ela use cheyali with I, we, you and deతో ఎలా యూస్ చేయాలి we have learned today. So with he, she and it. So as he has told that one, why can't we use SRES form here? So how to make use of SRES form, that we will learn in the next class. Thank you. Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello everyone, good day to you all. Now let us improve our English by listening to an interesting conversation between two friends.
Hello Sai.
హలో రాజేష్.
So let's have discussion on daily TV serials.
Yes, why not?
What is your opinion on daily TV serials?
Yeah, it is a common trend that has caught up with in villages and these days in cities also.
Okay.
అంటే ఒక అలవాటుగా అది మారిపోయింది అనమాట విలేజెస్లో ఇంకా సిటీస్లో.
Right.
అండ్ దే స్పెండ్ దేర్ వాల్యుబుల్ టైమ్
Mm-hmm.
in watching serials which convey violence and anti-social attitude. Violence అంటే ఈ చంపుకోవడం కొట్టుకోవడం ఇదంతా జరుగుతుంది అనమాట టీవీ సీరియల్స్.
So you're saying that they're showing that content on the serials?
ఎస్.
Okay.
అండ్ యాంటీ సోషల్ యాటిట్యూడ్ అంటే సమాజానికి వ్యతిరేకమైన భావాల్ని కల్పించడం. అండ్ ఆల్సో టీవీ సీరియల్స్ ఆర్ లైక్ వైరస్ విచ్ డెస్ట్రాయ్ యువర్ పవర్ ఆఫ్ థింకింగ్ అండ్ పవర్ ఆఫ్ థాట్. అంటే మనల్ని మానసికంగా కృంగదీస్తుంది అనమాట టీవీ సీరియల్స్ వల్ల. అంటే మెంటల్గా యూ బికమ్ మెంటలీ వీక్ అని నాకు అనిపిస్తుంది. సో మీ అమూల్యమైన విషయాలు దీనిపైన.
Okay, Sai, I would like to add here one more point.
Right.
So here, continuous watching, continuous sitting in front of the TV, it creates many problems.
Right.
And it creates some health problems also. It creates a lot of impact on our eyes.
Right.
So just we should be careful about watching, just for the duration, how much we should watch, and we should avoid that.
Right.
And we should not conclude that it has only that ill effects. It has some positive effects.
Right.
Right. For example, most of the time, children are housewife.
Right.
There are many good serials and there are many bad serials.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yes. So if the parents encourage the children to watch like Ramayana, Mahabharata, like that, which has some unique content.
Means you mean that?
Yes, they imbibe some great values from those characters.
Right.
ఇటువంటి దాంట్లో టీవీ చూడడంలో ఇటువంటి సమయం వేచిస్తే I think
You mean that parents should teach the children about the discriminating power.
చేయాలి.
విచక్షణ జ్ఞానాన్ని ఏది మంచి ఏది చెడు అనేదాన్ని ఎప్పుడైతే విద్యార్థులు
because there are some good serials. There are some good serials, but only just we tend to watch only bad serials.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక పదంలో చెప్పాలంటే ఇంగ్లీష్లో యాజ్ యూ సో యు రీప్ అని ఉందన్నమాట. అంటే మనం విత్తనం ఎలాంటిది నాటుతామో అలాంటిది మనకు వస్తుంది.
Okay.
అంటే ఇఫ్ చిల్డ్రన్ లెర్న్ గుడ్ వాల్యూస్ ఇన్ ద చైల్డ్హుడ్, when they grow up, they'll become an asset. అంటే వాళ్ళు మంచి ప్రొడక్ట్ గా వాళ్ళకు సొసైటీకి మనకు ఉపయోగపడతారు. దట్స్ వాట్ మీరు అంటున్నారు కదా.
Yes, we should use our common sense to what to watch and what not to watch. That's very important.
That's what.
Because there are many good serials that come. So let's hope for the best.
Right.
Because today we discussed the importance of serials.
Right.
And what are the effects
of serials and
advantages and disadvantages.
And what most important role that parents should remember
can do.
When they guide their children.
Yes.
Right. So
let's hope for the best.
Let's hope for the best.
Hello everyone, now it is story time. Let us listen to this interesting story, understand the sentence construction and improve our English from it.
నమస్కారం అండి. ఇప్పుడు ఒక కథ చెప్తాను, వినండి. Let us listen to a story. A little boy's temper. స్వభావం. There once was a little boy who had bad temper. Bad temper అంటే తన స్వభావం చాలా చెడ్డగా ఉండేది. His father gave him a bag of nails and told him that every time he lost his temper, he must hammer a nail into the fence. Fence అంటే కంచె. First day the boy drove 37 nails into the fence. Over the next few weeks, as he learned to control his anger, the number of nails hammered daily gradually dwindled down. Dwindle, తగ్గడం. He discovered it was easier to hold his temper than to drive those nails into the fence. Finally, the day came when the boy didn't lose his temper at all. He told his father about it, and the father suggested that the boy now pull out one nail for each day and that he was able to hold his temper. The days passed, and the young boy was finally able to tell his father that all the nails were gone. The father took the son by hand and led him to the fence. He said, "You have done well, my son, but look at the holes in the fence. The fence will never be the same. When you say things in anger, they will leave a scar just like this one. Scar, matza. If you put a knife in a man and draw it out, it won't matter how many times you say, I am sorry, the wound would still be there." Wound, gayam. Make sure you control your temper the next time you are tempted to say something you will regret later. Tempt, ఆకర్షింపబడ్డం. మన కోపాన్ని మనం కంట్రోల్లో పెట్టుకోవాలి, తగ్గించుకోవాలి. లేకపోతే మనం ఎన్ని మార్లు ఒక వ్యక్తిలోని శరీరంలోకి కత్తిని పొడిచి ఐఎమ్ సారీ అని చెప్తే ఏ విధమైన లాభం ఉంటుంది? అతనికి తగిలే దెబ్బటు తగులుతుంది. సో మన కోపాన్ని తగ్గించుకోవాలని ఈ కథ యొక్క సారాంశం.
Hello everyone, good day to you all. And now we will see a quote. We will see, we will read, and we shall understand what the quote is. Now it is parable time. Parables are nothing but moral stories. Let us now listen to an interesting parable and learn the essence out of that story. Hello everyone. Now let us listen to a small parable, that's a moral story, and learn whatever we can from it. The moral of the story is to be content, to be happy and appreciate the way you are. The story goes as, in a forest, there was a tree with a crooked trunk, as in the trunk was completely bent. And the tree with a bent trunk started seeing that there was another tree right in front of it which was wide, broad and straight. There were no bends, the branches were all neatly built in the tree itself. While this tree was feeling very bad, the tree with the bent trunk, it thought, I think I am looking very ugly. See how the tree is looking so wide, big, strong and straight. But I am not so wide, I am not so tall and big. I am all bent, I am not looking so good. And it started feeling very low and sad about it. One day, there was a woodcutter who came into the forest and he saw both the trees. Then he thought to himself, the tree with the bent trunk is of no use to me. I can't do anything with a tree with that kind of a bent. I think I'll make use of this tree which is wide, strong, broad and very tall. I can cut it and I can make use of it. And he cut down the tall tree. Then the other tree, the tree with the bent trunk, thought to itself that, oh God, look at this. My bent trunk got me and myself some advantage. Thank God that I have a bent, that I got to live while the other tree didn't. I was unnecessarily thinking very low and inferior of myself, while I am so lucky I got to live while that tree didn't. Now here, the essence of the story, what we need to understand is, the bent tree should have appreciated the way it was right from the beginning, instead of comparing itself to another tree. Yes, the tree was wide, it was broad, it was tall, but this tree was bent, it was unique, it was different. That was the only difference. Instead of seeing that it was feeling very ugly of itself, it should have appreciated the bent of the tree, because that itself worked out as an advantage to that tree. The same way, we all have our own unique capabilities and abilities that sometimes we may not be in a position to appreciate it. We may not be in a position to realize that yes, this is the nature of mine. This is a positive capability that I have. We may not be in a position to appreciate it at the right time. Instead, we end up comparing with our friends or with anybody else and thinking they are much better, they are doing far better than us. Instead of thinking like that, which will unnecessarily develop an inferiority complex within us, we need to start appreciating the way we are. We need to start respecting the way we are. We need to enhance the quality that each of us have. Exactly. And like you said, it is better that you don't compare with someone else, because each of us are created in our own special way. And there is a reason that each of us are unique. Exactly. So I think that's a good moral that we've learned from this particular parable. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, Varsha. Thank you. And thank you all for watching this.